Hello, once again, there, viewers. Welcome back to another Moonflower Tarot reading. And today I'm channeling messages from your higher self and the divine, bringing these messages through to you. I pray this reaches you in divine timing to help you unlock your manifestations a little bit easier, as well as tap into specifically ancient or magic gifts that you lost a while ago or you wish to receive. And I do genuinely believe that everybody in this world has the potential to access these gifts. Like, we are all born connected to the divine, right? And our ego kind of gets in the way. So I want you, viewers, to see yourself as special and sacred. And you are allowed to access these gifts from the divine, these gifts that bring in knowledge that help you on this pathway, because we're all collaborating together in this world. We are working together. And the biggest theme that keeps popping up for me, and I'm seeing is actually going to help us evolve over time, is this idea of collaboration. And the gift of collaboration is actually coming through to you as the biggest asset to your manifestation. One of the things that seems to be getting in the way of a lot of people right now is this idea of competition and needing to be better than everyone else. And you might not be feeling that way, but if this resonates with you, you might be self-sabotaging by not allowing others to come through, others who have the gifts that you wish to receive or wish to manifest, who have the lifestyle you wish to become. There might be some constructive criticism coming your way from those who align with the version of you want to be. And receiving those messages is going to help it come in easier. However, you need to be there, show up as yourself for yourself, understanding yourself well enough to know that whatever messages you receive are meant to be for you in the right time and to be the answer to your prayers. There's no quick results to this. There are no quick messages. It has to evolve over time. And now please excuse me if it sounds like I'm having trouble talking. That's a me thing today. I'm really trying to get some of these readings out once a week, and today I'm having a little bit of a hard time. I'm trying not to push through it, but if you hear me having a hard time speaking, that's just because that's my own thing I'm dealing with right now. So I'm going to be taking a look at what these manifestations might be, what they mean to you, some of the gifts you are unlocking, or the messages you need to receive in order to manifest this a little bit easier. Because I'm specifically hearing there are gifts breaking through for you. You're unlocking, either you're using a form of esoteric manifestation, you're using magic, you're using spell work, or you are reframing your connection with God, the divine source, and figuring out an easier way to collaborate with your fellow people, human beings, you know what I mean? And then I'm going to be taking a look at anything that might be blocking you, hindering your ability to receive these messages. Now, if you made it this far, thank you listening to me meander through this. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I really do appreciate it. And I'm going to kind of push through this and see what comes through. So thank you in advance for bearing with me. But I'm going to kind of tap into this manifestation as well as gifts right now. Okay, so there's this resistance from receiving help, and I think I understand why. Something that came up as I was meditating is this idea of, in the past, you might have been in a family environment or a workplace where you had to fight for resources. And this is a theme that I've seen, like I said at the beginning, is popping up. This, how do I want to say it? This golden child versus scapegoat coping mechanism within our society. And this happens in families, it happens in workplaces. There's this distortion, a cognitive distortion, as well as this feeling that you have to fight for resources. You have to fight to be as the most relevant person in the relationship in the workplace. And in doing so, you're not working as a team or collaborating. You might have been the person who was kind of put on the front lines to do a lot of the workload and didn't have a lot of help. So you had to learn how to be a lone wolf and fight it on your own because you were surrounded by people who were competing, but also forcing other people to do the work for them. So they were in this mindset of competition, but also sabotaging others rather than doing the work. So this scapegoat workhorse mentality of you are the one who is not paid enough doing all the work for the people who don't want to do it, so your workload is doubled and you don't know how to receive anything but negative attention from others, so you don't bother to collaborate. And the flip side of this is the golden child aspect of there's no consequences for their actions, or they're so difficult to deal with that the bosses, the managers don't. It's like it's better to just let them have a tantrum and have their way, knowing that you or other people do the work rather than to hold them accountable. And for no other reason than it kind of messes with the status quo, because you might have been facing like bosses or even caregivers, parents who are in this weird non-compliance mode of I'd rather see, you know, the person who is taking all the blame and doing all the work suffer rather than to hold someone who is causing other people suffering accountable for their actions. And doubling the workload on you for so long, you put yourself into a position where you're not allowing other people to help you with tasks that you otherwise couldn't do on your own because you are so used to people putting that on you or just being incompetent. So this might be a situation not of your own making, but if you're out of those workplaces, if you're out of those environments and you're working on your own, or you're going into a new place or even a new relationship, you might be going in with the expectations that you are alone. You have to do everything on your own. You have to be the lone wolf. You can't make friends. It's, dog eat dog type of world. And you feel like the stray that has never found your pack, and you might be actively trying to manifest a equal compliant workplace, and I'm also hearing egalitarian environment where you do the work that you're able to do and the people around you are doing the work they're able to do, and you don't have to pick up the slack. Because I keep hearing like this idea that you are a scapegoat survivor and you didn't even realize it, or you were in a workforce where there was a competition for, attention from the active caregiver, attention from the boss, working for a machine, and you're trying to break out of that, but there's still those coping mechanisms that need to dissolve within you. So one of the things I'm seeing, and I'm okay, so I keep seeing an image of a cherry. So there's something about like, because it's interesting, like, because I'm seeing that as the Two of Cups reciprocation, and it feels like I'm hearing the phrase active negotiation. You're in the middle of trying to figure out, maybe you're asking for a pay raise, maybe you're asking for your worth, or you're in a new creative endeavor and you're looking for people to do their fair share, and it doesn't seem like it's happening. You're looking for someone who is equal to you and will help you in your business or even in a relationship. Because now I'm seeing someone who is a stay-at-home mother and maybe even newlyweds or have a child, and they're forced to kind of do all the work and the labor. And that's not, yeah, because there's a little bit of emotional labor coming up. Like there's a lot of work you are being forced to do, and there's not a lot of compensation for it. So when it comes to these manifestations coming in, because I'm seeing like, I'm not seeing what you're asking for. I'm seeing what is really hindering you right now, most of all. And it's the refusal to let go of the people who don't work, as well as possibly accepting valid criticism or valid help from the people who will actually make this work for you. Because I'm feeling like a lot of people are making excuses for their behavior and might be excusing your behavior as well, especially if you're not taking the advice of others who align with the version of you want to become. You're staying stuck actively in a cycle against what you want and need. So this can actually go in another direction as well, where you are not allowing the universe to send you in people who can help you, because there's this fear of accepting help, but as well as valid criticism or valid, like, I'm not even going to say criticism, like advice. You might be resistant from receiving advice because you had been primed, groomed, or trained to perceive advice as being an attack rather than an avenue to your success. Because the difference between someone just straight up criticizing you or insulting you and someone giving you valid advice is the person giving you advice wants you to succeed and is giving you the way forward to success. And the people who are criticizing you don't want you to have that. They just want you to give up. It's like, why are you even doing this? You know, why are you doing this? You stuck at your job. You're not good at making art. So why even bother? Like, that's not criticism. That's just mean. That's just a bully. And you might conflate the two. And that's not uncommon. That is not your fault. First of all, the messages we receive are in accordance to what we need every day. If you are intuitively drawn to things that align with a manifestation or a version of you you need to become to receive the manifestation, being resistant to hearing that is not going to allow you to change. So let's see what else I can get from this. Oh my goodness. Okay. So yeah, no. Okay, it's the same thing. So okay, so this is interesting. This might be what you're feeling right now. I'm feeling extremely exhausted. Every single time I sit down, I feel one way, but the moment I tap into energy, I kind of transition into what the collective is feeling. So I was feeling very zen and calm because I meditated, and then all of a sudden I'm just exhausted. Like, I need another coffee. Like, I need, oh my goodness. Okay, so if I receive any songs, I'm going to write them in the description below. But I just heard, is that John Bon Jovi, Shot Through the Heart, and you're to blame, you give love a bad name. Yeah, so this feels like both in career and relationships. You gave your part, but more. It's like you paid the dues of everybody else around you, and everybody expected to be part of the union without having to pay their fair share of the benefits of being in a relationship with you, of having you around. And when you walk away from a workforce, it's worse off. You know, they might seem like they're better off without you because in their own minds, they see you as a hindrance, but the truth is that's not it. You did not get paid for what you were worth. You were treated poorly in a relationship and, you know, business, and maybe even your own family. You might have even tried to be like freelance, like an artist, a theater, or maybe even a writer, and you had a lot to contribute. You had a lot to give, but the industry, the market, the people who were viewing and receiving what you had to give didn't think it was good enough, didn't think it was up to standard. It was subpar. But the thing is the standard of the industry itself is destroying society. The standard of the industry is subpar. You're trying to elevate it and they don't see that in you, and you might have been giving up. And by the way, that's not your fault. It just takes a lot of time and energy to heal from the mindset that no one is going to give to you equal to what you deserve. because you've seen like the lack. You've seen there's no evidence that people can actually help you. You're on your own. You know, that's not true. So these messages you might be receiving, and for some of you, it's in the next few days. The next few days, and I'm seeing an image of a daisy. If that is an indicator sign for you, the numbers 33, 22, 111, and 111. Like if you see those numbers or a lot of angel numbers or repeating signs and messages, that is an indication that someone or something is going to come in or be brought to your attention. You're going to receive either a person who is raising concerns or is basically plopped into your life to help you on this pathway with this manifestation, whatever it is you were looking for in relationships, career, finance. This is an indication if you see these signs popping up again. I'm seeing roses and seashells as well. I saw an image of a lighthouse and a beach. These might be places or things you see before this person or this situation, because I'm seeing a person coming in and actually helping you. Like this equal exchange of you both have the same type of energy and can offer each other help and support. Because keep in mind, there are a lot of people out there, like I'm hearing angel investor, who see you as a version of themselves that were much younger and like didn't know any better. So let's just say, for example, if you are trying to make it in like the music career, and you're approached by someone who was a little bit has been in the field for longer, is a producer, or they are a star, or they just have been doing it, been part of the game a lot longer. If they approach you and they offer help and support, accept it, exchange numbers, network, because they're seeing you as they were 10 years ago, right? It's like you remind them of a younger version of them, right? It's sort of this, I want to be a mentor or at least give you the advice I would have wanted to receive when I was in your place kind of deal. And that's what I'm seeing. If you have people who are out there and see your potential because they see a mirror image and they're like, you can get to where I am today, you kind of got to be open to that. And yes, and them, right? Don't just take what they say and walk away. Ask for their number, ask for more information, sit down and say, hey, you want to get together and have a cup of coffee and talk about this more? Just be open to that exchange. Be open to that, because they're not criticizing you to get you to quit. They're being open and honest about what you need to do to be as successful as they are. And now keep that in mind. And this might be your warning. If you feel the need to kind of instantly like go back into your shell or be defensive if someone is bringing up something that is there specifically to help you and is an answer to your prayer, like, first of all, it's okay if you have that, because a lot of that could be just based on this BS you went through. So just be very kind to yourself, but also take a step back and understand that this person was placed into your life to help you. And for some of you, it might be in a few days from watching this, or in a few months, because I'm seeing the number 2. And also 2 years, 2 years from now, or 2 years ago, you might have been receiving a lot of feedback that was helping you, but you were not open to receiving it because you were not mentally ready to be in this kind of collaborative mindset. But it feels like there's a lot of blockages. So these cards are gonna be about like the manifestations, good news, and other advice. But right now I want to look at some more blockages that are standing in your way. We'll save the best for last. Okay, so the other thing I'm seeing as well with this is you're not taking advice from the divine seriously. Okay, so all these cards keep saying the same thing to me. So repeating messages. If you have been repeatedly seeing signs and synchronicities, that's not the spirit's way to criticize you that you're not hearing it well enough. Spirit is kind of trying to condition you to a different way of being. Repeated signs and messages are there as a reminder, and they're as a friendly kind of warning in a way, because the universe understands what you've been through. It understands maybe your toxic upbringing, defensiveness. Like, you're not alone anymore. You're being helped and aided and guided. And it's easy to fall into that mindset that, guidance and help is a bad thing. You shouldn't receive it. You shouldn't want or ask for anything because that makes you weak and makes you vulnerable. And literally, the divine knows you. They know that you might be easily triggered by this. You might be a little bit like counterproductive and counterintuitive, even though you understand full well, like, the messages you're receiving. You might be aware that there are things you need to do, and having someone giving you the opportunity to do them is not a sign of weakness, that you're a failure. It's a sign that universe is guaranteeing your success. And that constant reminder is going to make sure you achieve this, because constant reminders are just an indication that you will not fail. It is rewiring your brain. It is neuroplasticity. You have to learn time and time again to unlearn an old way of being, that it's okay to receive these messages. It's okay to receive help and guidance. And you might not be trusting yourself or your own intuition if you keep hearing these things pop up. For some of you, you keep hearing the same thing over and over again. And I find myself repeating it. I think I repeated things in this reading multiple times without even realizing it, but that is just for you to know your brain needs to be rewired to know that it's safe to receive, that this abundance is being unlocked for you so that you can manifest your truest potential on this earth, because you deserve this. So again, I'm hearing the only thing standing in your way is you, and an inability to receive messages from your own intuition and higher self, but as well as the people in your life that could be a catalyst for change, who are here to offer you help so you can accomplish this. And the refusal to collaborate with the universe is the thing that is standing in your way, because no man is an island. Everybody gets where they're going with the help of others. No one is ever truly alone. And okay, if you like poetry, I'm gonna write it in the description below, but there is a poem from Robert Frost called, I believe it's A Tuft of Flowers. And the idea is truly no one is actually working alone. We are all working together, whether we realize it or not. And I really encourage you to read that just on your own and think about it. We are never alone. Like, when we are going out into the world, we are receiving sign synchronicities from nature, from spirit constantly. There's this feeling in society that we are alone. The lack mentality of what we have in front of us is never enough. God, the universe, spirit is connected to all of us. We are connected to each other. We are all one, facing our experiences, yes, on our own, individual and unique to us. However, we're not that unique, because we all kind of have similar ways in which we go through experiences. We hurt, right? Someone does something wrong to us, we hurt. We express that hurt either outwardly or inwardly, but it has to come out in some direction. For those of you who have faced outward hurt from others, you're continuing that pattern by turning it inward. Or alternatively, you might be re-experiencing that need to turn it on others without knowing it, not even intentionally. It might be just this subconscious side effect of being in basically a bullying workforce. You become the bully because that's what you need to do to survive, and that might not have been aligned with you. And being removed from those environments, either willingly or forcefully, is putting you in alignment with a better version of yourself, because you don't need to tear other people down to get to a place of gold, right? Of abundance, of transmutation, right? Turning something that is otherwise really crappy into something beautiful. Other people tear people down because they can't achieve that. They can't transmute that energy. They can't turn something into something else. So the people who can do that, they decide, well, you don't get to turn this into gold. You don't get to transmute matter. And so there might be just a lot of resistance and blockages within you because there's something that needs to be healed. And this is coming up for you to be aware of. And it's nothing you've done wrong. Like I said, it's transmuting your life through equivalent exchange and collaboration with the people who can make your life better, who can give you the formula to a better life. And this feels like a simple method. It's the same thing over and over again. It's someone's coming in to help you, and they really do want to help you. This equivalent exchange, transmutation, temperance energy, finding the pathway to balance. So let's see. I'm gonna take out the other two cards and just see what comes through, because I'm feeling like I just need to clear channel. It feels, I'm just feeling exhausted. Let's see what else comes through. No, that's it. There's this constant, yeah. The key to unlocking your manifestations is to stop fighting yourself and others around you and start collaborating. Collaboration. That's the key. That's the tool, is collaborating, working with others, taking in I keep hearing criticism, taking it in. The only way to learn is to the only way to learn is to do things differently. Like, I feel like I'm being blocked from even saying anything. But yeah, oh my gosh. So I'm not getting anything other than, yeah, no, the same message. Every single card that has popped up has been the same exact thing that I said at the beginning of the reading. What is blocking this manifestation from coming in? Your inability to receive help from others, this feeling of power and control, or the limiting beliefs that you need to take from others, or you are going to be taking from others. I'm feeling like there's a lot of dark energy surrounding this. You cannot manifest through black magic. You cannot become a better version of yourself by refusing to change. And I hate to say this and be the bearer of dark news, but there might be quite a few of you, and you're not going to like this because there's a mix here, that are equating power to positive energy and equal exchange and taking from others as an appropriate form of manifestation and co-creation, but that's maladaptive. If some of you have been affected by toxic upbringing, caregivers, or even a romantic interest, there's a need for you to walk away from them and be on your own long enough, because that's going to resolve the issue. You're not going to be able to manifest the life you wish to receive as long as you're surrounded by people or internalize the mentality of those who say you need to take from others. There's this toxic masculinity aspect of, I need to control, I need to be in power. And that is that, being kind and open and empathic is weakness, whereas strength, true strength, lies in who I can destroy to get what I need. To get where I need to go, I need to hurt others. But then you never learn and you never grow and you stay stagnant because you're not progressing as a person. You're just tearing other people down who know how to get the work done. And then if you are taking on that energy as well, you're not growing, progressing to the best version of yourself. You're staying stuck at the same level as the people who hurt you, who don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't know what the hell they're doing. You have an ancestor or guide around you or a grandmother who's like, get the hell out of there. They don't know what the hell they're doing. You're off here being a master chef, and they're just cooking Twinkies in the microwave like this is how it's done. Like, no, it's like get their asses out of the kitchen. You know better. You deserve better. And they probably deserve better too, but they refuse to change. They refuse to fix things. Their life is a living hell and they don't want to do a damn thing about it. So there's a lot of anger coming through as well as you get the hell out of there. Get the hell out of that environment and stop thinking that you need to tear yourself and others down to fit in. Who gives a shit about them? Don't fit in with them. Like, you're off going to be a master of your craft. Stop hanging around with Twinkie eating interns who think that they're the CEOs. They ain't that. So that is the biggest thing coming through because I don't have anything else to tell you. That's what I got for you. I'm gonna create a playlist for you to see if I can get your power back. But if I can't create a playlist, I'm just gonna link some things in the description. But dude, okay, you got a lot of good stuff coming for you. Let me know how this works out. I can't say what's coming for you right now because the biggest message comes through from your guardians, your angels, and specifically a grandmother coming through. Y'all need to get your stuff together. Get out of there. You need to focus on you. You need to recenter yourself and get out of this mindset. Whether you are like this or not, nobody deserves to be in the mindset that they need to tear others down to succeed because that's quite the opposite. They don't know a damn thing. You know better. Get out of there. With all love in the world, give yourself time and patience as well. And I just want to thank you so much if you've seen this all the way through. Thank you for bearing with me. I really do love you and I wish you the best. And I will see you in another reading.